Hi, I'm Komal Jain from team at Rhhyns, and I want to share a story with you today. So there's a girl, a 9-year-old named Sia. She has a phobia of dogs, and her parents are not aware of this. She avoids going down in her building in the evenings, since at that time all the pet dogs in the building come down for a walk. One of her best friends has a pet dog. However, she never goes over to her house for playing or studying. Sia gets very annoyed and cranky if her mother asks her to go down and play or go to study at her best friend's house. She starts shouting or even crying. After noticing this pattern for weeks, her parents sit down with her and try to understand Sia's point of view. So we continue this story in a little while. Phobias. Phobias are different from fears. While fear is seeded through external factors and alerts us of danger, phobias are formed through experience and unresolved fears that have been bundled up for years. When it comes to phobias, most of the time that the thing, situation, or person feared is exaggerated to an unrealistic sense. Three types of phobias. The first, specific or simple phobias. Children with specific phobia are scared of some object or situation that is actually pretty safe. They are sometimes aware of the fact that their fear is irrational. However, they refuse to face the situation or the object. Facing it might bring them up a panic attack or severe anxiety. Common specific phobias in children include heights and animals such as dogs. The second type of phobia, social phobias. Children with social phobias fear being in social situations and refrain from situations such as acting or dancing in front of people. They think it will be embarrassing or feel humiliated if they come in front of other people. These children usually have very low self esteem and constantly feel inferior to their peers. And in extreme cases, they might want to drop out of school or avoid making friends at all. Talking and being in social situations can lead them to have extreme anxiety. The last type of phobia, agoraphobia. Children with agoraphobia intend to be scared of places that don't have an easy escape. They fear leaving home and often get anxious in crowded rooms, lifts, or even mazes. For them, the first thing to know about a place is how and where to exit from. They have extreme panic attacks, and just the thought of having another panic attack might cause them a panic attack. Several reasons a phobia might develop in your child. The first one being having negative or traumatic events early in childhood. It could be falling from a height or seeing someone fall from a height, leading to a development of a phobia of heights. Shyness or withdrawing from new situations or people and not being encouraged to communicate with people. Constant reminders of dangers around them from parents, such as there is a ghost in the dark, don't go there. Let us discuss some examples of common phobias in these children. A child who has a fear of water bodies would start panicking as soon as he or she sees water in abundant amounts. These children avoid going to beaches, despise swimming, and do not enjoy water rides. A child who has been left alone in the lift or in a crowded place several times might develop separation anxiety and eventually agoraphobia. A child who sees or has seen his parents fight in front of him or her very often might develop a fear of divorce of parents or separation. Some more examples are, so if a spider lands on a child and everyone around them starts panicking, that scares the child and builds fear for spiders or any insect that looks similar to it. A child who has been repeatedly told, "Andhere mein bhoot hota hai," is likely to develop a fear of the dark. A child that has been asked to stay away from dogs because they might bite or they might harm the child, they might fear dogs. A child that has been asked to stay away from dogs because they might bite or hurt the child might develop fear of dogs. The story that we had started in the start. You guys remember Sia, right? How she was acting so weird when it came to dogs. So after noticing this pattern for weeks, Sia's parents sit down with her and try to understand Sia's point of view. They learn that she is scared of dogs to such an extent that it is affecting her daily life and hence might be a phobia. To help her overcome this phobia, they discuss and plan a strategy. They give her a sense of comfort and safety and start by showing her dog pictures and videos. Eventually, they bring a stuffed toy of a dog and have her play with that. She would then spend a few minutes with a small real dog accompanied by her parents. As time goes by, she stands up to her phobia more and her anxiety decreases. Within a few months, she overcomes her phobia, and although might still be scared of petting real big dogs, it doesn't affect her daily life and cause anxiety. She now goes down and plays and also visits her best friend's house without getting anxious or angry. She sees dogs as safer than before, and her irrational, exaggerated fear is now more reasonable. Having a first fearful encounter with an object or animal and not being taught that there is no need to be scared or anxious about it. For instance, if a spider lands on a child and everyone around starts panicking, that scares the child and builds fear for spiders or any insect that looks similar to it. Distressing events such as drowning in a pool while trying to learn to swim might cause fear of learning things, water bodies, or drowning. It's a good ending, isn't it? So let us now learn how to deal with phobias in our children. First, help your child face their fears. Give them a sense of security. Be with them when they're going to face their phobia. Beware that a child comes to you talking about the irrational fears. Be available for them. Be non judgmental and be supportive. Be very careful of your words. Do not use sentences like, don't be so scared, come here. Or, kuch nahi hai, dar mat. Rather, use sentences like, I'm here with you, nothing will happen to you. Or, you are safe here with me, let's face this together, I love you. You can also go to a trained professional who can help them by practicing systematic desensitization or exposure therapy, such as flooding or thought stopping. There are some also very fun activities and very helpful activities that you can do with your child to help them overcome their phobia. First, start small. Do not try to directly expose your child to their phobia. If your child fears drowning, first go to a children's pool with them. And once they start getting comfortable with that, secure them and take them to a 4 feet pool. Help your child expose himself or herself to the phobia. Another example is if a child has a phobia of heights, talk to them and give them a sense of security. Then take them to the terrace or your balcony and hold their hands to make them feel safe. Ask them to sit down and make sure you're holding them tight. Practice affirmations with them stating that they're strong and their phobia is slowly and steadily decreasing. Give your child positive strokes before they sleep and before waking them up. So that's about it for today. Thank you so much for being a part of this and learning about phobias for your child. See you next time.